Okay, so let's take a look at what you get in the box. So you get this handy little tool here, this pry tool, which will come in very useful when we're doing the installation. So here's the 2.5k front camera. Take a quick look at it. So you've got a lens protection film on there you need to remove. That's also on the rear camera. And you have a film on here to remove when you do the installation. So that's your socket for the rear camera. That's for the mount. That's your power. So put your cigarette lighter to USB-C. Always nice to see USB-C used, especially your user manual. In here you can scan this QR code here for the app. It's the IBAYE-Dual app, which I've already done a video on. If you watched the previous video, you'll see a quick overview of that. So just look underneath. If you look here, you've got like a reset button and you've got mic there, so the mic must be located here. And I've got it set up to record on any sort of movement, so it's, you can see this blue light flashing. So let's look at the buttons. So you've got menu there, the 3 bars, that's your menu, that's your up and down to go through the menu. OK is to select. M is to enter into the memory card for your videos, your pictures, your locked videos. You press that, that will lock the video, and that's your power button there. So to use the suction mount is very straightforward. You can see you've got an unlock and a lock. So once you've got it attached to the screen, just rotate this to the lock position, and then to remove it you rotate it back. If you watch it, you'll see the movement. And to attach it to the camera, just drop that tab into the camera and slide it over. And it locks into position very tightly. But very straightforward. And what I will be doing is removing this camera from the wiring harness, like so. Make it easy to install. To install the rear camera, you can use the 3M adhesive pad here. So you've got 2 self-tapping screws. So once you've installed the wiring for the rear camera, you can then reattach it. You look on the connector there, you've got an arrow and you've got one on here. So just align those arrows and push it together, like so. Okay, the first thing you need to do on install is remove the film from the mount itself, the camera and the rear camera. So this protective film, you've got that red tab for the cameras. But now we can just slot that in, slide it across to the right to lock it in. So make sure this is in the unlock position there. And we need to place it outside of this marked area here. There. So if we put it about here and lock it into place. If you want to remove it again, just unlock it, use the tab there, just pull it off. So we'll put that back on, lock it into place again. So when you're running a dash cam, you always run it above the headliner here. You can see just here, you've got a gap there. So if we push that in now, and you can use your pry tool or crowbar as they call it, and you can just push that cable in. So to remove this A-pillar trim, just put some force on it like so. You've got the clips which hold it in,
and then if you've got one of these ultrasonic sensors, just remove it. So as you can see, we've got existing clips and they're ideal for running. You can run it through like so, push it in here, and so ideal for this cable. You can run them in the weather strip. Already we've got wires in there. It's going to be a squeeze, so much more room behind this A-pillar trim. So now we've got our power cable into our roof liner, running down through the existing clips. We can carry on running it through this weather strip. So you can push it in more there if you want to, but it's not going to catch. So that weather strip can be pulled. Yeah, so sometimes it can be tight in places. That's not going to catch anything there anyway, so you bring it down, push it within here, and take it underneath the glove box if you can. So to run the wire underneath the glove box, got these clips, the pin just pulls up from the middle, just tuck the cable in, and push them back in like so. The next one is here, push that back in, and the last one. So that's that part done. Then I've run it down underneath the center console, tucked it in underneath there and to the cigarette lighter. So now we need to run the rear camera, so plug it in, push it firmly down, in the same process. Tuck the wire in above the roof liner, like so. So we now have both wires in. You can undo the mount and adjust the angle as well. The angle's just right on there. So yeah, we've run the cable again on top of the roof liner, then down the side there. Then we can start running it through the weather strip. Okay, so we now just need to run that cable within the weather strip. So it's concealed behind this trim here. You can just tuck that in. Very easy, very quick. So that's it in. And we'll carry on the other side. So now we just carry on this side. So it's concealed nicely now. Now for this part, I would say remove this trim, because we need to get rid of the excess wire. We can then start running it through the weather strip on top of the roof liner again, like so. And this makes it easy if you pull that roof liner down. You can use your crowbar or pry tool again if you want. And we need to reconnect our camera. So we removed it to make it easier on the install. So all we do here is align the arrows again, push it firmly together, and then we'll tuck that into the roof liner, like so. Just make sure you've got enough flex so that you don't pull on the camera when you open the tailgate if you're using it on a hatchback like this. So that's plenty of slack. And I've just used the adhesive to put it onto this plastic panel. Don't really need the screws. If you need to adjust it, you can undo the 2 screws on the camera mount. Already done that, but I'm now tightening the screws. Let's make sure those screws are tight. And you can tidy up the excess wire, like so. I'm going to be using the trim to put this behind. So just tuck that underneath those 2 clips. Make sure nothing catches when you put it back in. Don't want to trap any wires. So just make sure these clips are clear from any wires. Then we can just pull this strip back out. Pull that strip back out. Make sure you don't catch the weather strip. You just have to put this trim back into position. And push that on. Like so. And just tidy it up. Pull that back where it was. So just tidy up the roof liner. Okay, so we now have it all wired in. As you can see, both wires are run above the headliner across and through the existing clip and underneath here through the weather strip, through the back. We took off the panel and put the excess wiring behind there. Okay, so everything's wired in. The trim's all back on. The seals are in position again. So now we can try it. Switch on the ignition. Camera comes on. It should start recording. Click OK here. So you can see it's recording. Got your blue light flashing there. You can make your changes, your settings from here. You can change your viewing with the cameras. So if you press the down arrow here, you can go from full front camera, full rear camera, or picture in picture. So front camera, rear camera, upper right hand corner. And if you want to turn off the display, just a quick tap on the power button to do that. So let's take it out on the road. Okay, so let's do my pros and cons. Let's get straight into the cons. So it states it's a 1080p rear dash cam. It's not, it's 720p. And it does not show the image how you want to see it, so normal. It shows it as flipped horizontally, so mirrored. So if you do want to watch it back or use it, if you want to use the rear camera footage, you would need to edit it in your software or go into VLC. You can do it through there quite easily. When I contacted this company, they said it was mainly because the camera's for reverse, so you do need it like that. So yeah, I understand, but it should have a setting within the menu to flip it back if you need to. Watch that footage back. So staying on that rear camera, 720p, it does do an okay job still during the day. You can still read number plates behind you. You can see that it's not 1080p, and at night time it's not very good. It's blown out, the exposure, there's no setting on the camera to change that for the rear. The headlights of a car just blow the video out, so, and street lights. So I needed to get that in there. It does say on the box, so for me it's important to put that over to you guys if you're buying it. Although the front camera, I can't fault it. You've got your G sensor, you've got your parking mode, you've got motion detection. The image quality is very good. It's not overexposed during the day or at night, so the sunlight doesn't blow it out. You can see the blue in the sky, the clouds. At night time, the street lights or headlights, they don't blow the video quality out. So all good on the front camera. So it has got good reviews on Amazon. Can't fault that front camera at all. I will leave a link down below if you're interested. So for me, front camera, excellent. Rear camera, not so good. It would do the job if you want to use it for reversing. Although what I would say is, when you place this camera, you do it on the passenger side. So that red wire, which a lot of people don't install, I can see why. This mirror's here, so it's such a small screen. It'd be no use to me anyway where it is. I've got the wire into the passenger side to make it neat. I don't want it on the driver's side. And that's the way they show you to install it anyway with these cameras. So yeah, the whole reverse function, I don't sort of get it. Like I said, link's going to be in the description if you're interested. Check it out, check the pricing out, and you can see the reviews as well on it. Yeah, if the video's helped, leave me a like, comment if you've got this camera, let me know what you think of it, and I'll catch you on the next one.